gonna dance every time. The music in your body, just let it feel good. Let yourself dance for a second. Let's get warmed up. Now freeze. Just breathe. Now while you're breathing, dance it. Hold. Amazing. All right. Let's get down to business. So, I'm Misty Tripoli. Welcome to Keepin It Real. Normally my jungle podcast, but I'm in Montreal right now. If you're new to this channel, I like to groove to start. So if you want to join me for that part, great. If not, you're here for the chat. So, I think we're on episode 12 by now. So if you want the other episodes, they're in my highlight reel on my Instagram page. So last week was super interesting. I will tell you what. Because I revealed and showed a part of me that I didn't normally show to a lot of people. I kept that part of me smoking weed and getting high and dancing and going into beautiful states of trance and creativity and all that shit. Because believe it or not, even though I don't care what people think, I never wanted that to be a barrier for people out there that have things against things like marijuana. I didn't want it to be a barrier for those people to receive my message, if you know what I mean. And what I realized is I want them to get the root of my message. My message isn't smoking weed. My message is getting into your body, embodiment, like learning to be in your body, be authentic, be yourself, live your best life. That's, and I like to smoke weed. I'm resuming. So I never wanted that to be a barrier, so I kept it kind of hidden. Only kind of my close circle of people in my life knew that that's what I did. But I kept it hidden. And so my last episode, I let that out. I was like, this is what I do. Like, this is who I am, because I'm ready in this phase of my life in my 50s now that I just really don't give a fuck. And I realize now that if there's people out there, we've got to move past it, because if there's people out there that judge people that smoke weed and judge all of these things, and they think that now what I have to say is irrelevant because I get high, that scares me. Because when we use our logic, when you look at nature, let's just say that. Let's just not even talk about logic. Let's look at nature. The wisdom in nature. Like, your food is your medicine. And they've known this for thousands of years. So plants have a purpose. It's like they have a program that, works with our program. And so there's plants, I believe, that are super wise and have such deep intelligence. And we can use them in a very powerful way to actually not just heal our bodies, but to transcend our fucking mind, because our mind ruins everything. Like, it's what you're thinking about shit that ruins your experience in life. Like your judgments, this is a no, this is a yes, analyzing, criticizing, judging. And that's your brain, a really good brain, doing its job. Analyzing, processing, da-da-da-da. But what we do is we get caught up in what it's processing and thinking that that's important. Like, so there are plants out there that actually do something to your brain, and it's like it stops the loop, and you get to open up and see a whole other perspective and possibility, and just wow. And that's why I'm excited now that there's a lot of psychedelics being used in therapy right now, people with PTSD and all of this stuff, because there's a lot of value to it. And people are recovering from, like, someone goes in as an alcoholic, goes into an ayahuasca and never drinks again. Like, there's some power to this shit. I'm just saying. So anyways, those of you that stuck around, I did have a lot of really interesting comments. Loving, which I appreciate. Like, no one was like, you smoke weed, fuck you. No, but really thoughtful. Like, is this really what you want to be doing, is letting people see this part of you? So, because marijuana is illegal in some places. It is. And you have to respect the laws of the land if you don't want to go to jail. Or you just live way out in the middle of nowhere and you don't give a shit. So anyways, here we go. So today is all about, now that I've tasted the plant medicine, years and years go by, okay? And during this time of me using marijuana to go into deep states of creativity, this is how I built my business. Not the Misty, not little insecure, overthinking, not that Misty. The Misty that when I would smoke would turn that voice completely off and allow me to open up into the world of possibilities and inspiration and all of this. So that's how I created the World Groove Movement, the Groove Method, body, all of it came, my methodology about moving your body authentically the way you move it, and that you're a natural dancer, just someone needs to show you how to get into your body. Like, it's really simple. It's not esoteric or airy-fairy, even though it might sound like what I'm talking about is esoteric. I'm a logical person. It's practical and it's intelligent, okay? And it is my specialty, by the way. So anyways, after I've started playing with this and experiencing this, I started to hear the word ayahuasca. And this was, for me, probably like 8-9 years ago. And so for years and years, I just kept hearing people were like, oh, I did an ayahuasca journey. And I'd listen to it and I'd do whatever. And at the same time, during these years, I had explored LSD, I explored mushrooms, and just all I have to say is wow. And what you have to know about the way that I did it, for me, it was never a party or an experience. Like when I would do mushrooms, I would do them by myself at my home. High frequency music, like this was my, like this is how I call it at church. High frequency music playing, my candles lit, just in bliss. I would blindfold myself and lay in complete stillness for like 4 hours and just allow this, just bask in this world I'd never been in. So for me, like some people like to do it and go to like a rave or something. Like I can't imagine. Oh my God, I can't imagine. Because for me, it's always been this like, I want to go deeper into myself. I want to know this. I want to understand what's underneath all this. What is Misty? Who am I? Like, I'm just fascinated by it all. So psychedelics allowed me to go take these, I was able to do it through my brain, and these allowed me to do it through another whole sense and realm. And so I enjoyed it. and just played around with it, but it wasn't anything like on a regular or anything like that. I just was like, I really enjoy these. But I was like, I don't have time. I got to the point where I'm like, I don't have time for this, because like, an LSD journey would be like 8 hours. And I'm like, I that's great, but I have to take a whole day off to do it, and I'm like, I'd rather be dancing and being in my rhythm of my life, because I love my life. So I don't know any, ayahuasca is coming to me all the time. But I was like, it's not for me. It's not for me. And then what was really interesting, I'm at the very end. In fact, I'm just ending the relationship with my little sex slave from back in episode, I don't remember what it was, when I was telling you, like, for 3 years I had a guy that was 16 years younger than me that was just literally my pleasure slave. And that relationship was ending. And I knew it was time, like I said, I had to end it because I didn't love him and I needed to set him free. So anyways, Mama had to do what Mama had to do. And yeah, I'm a little sick today, but I'm okay. So I'm in Costa Rica, and I am ending beautiful. It's my 10-year anniversary for my Groove retreats. And we've got nearly like 90 people. We sold out this thing called the Bodhi Tree. Like this place, I think it was the Bodhi Tree, something like that. But in Costa, like, it was a 12-day, like, we just danced in the sun. Like, so I'm off this bliss of my retreat. And then afterwards, what I did is I went to this place called Hacienda del Sol. I'm going to give them a little plug here because they are amazing. I don't get anything for this, just so you know. But I love what they do. And I did a 7-day, so I'm off this retreat, and then I go into a 7-day juice fast and a liver cleanse. And I'm going to have to show you guys the shit that came out of my body, for those of you guys that have a strong constitution, because you're just like, what the hell has been in my body? So I went and did that for 7 days. Passed stones, rubber was coming out of my ass. Like, I was like, what? It's okay. Cleaning my body every day. I would sit and do colonics for like 2 hours. Some people will go in there really fast. I would go in and literally take this slow, massaging my stomach, working everything out. And then at the end of this 7 days, I'm flying. Like, my body's so freaking clean. Like, so freaking clean. And like, you can only really eat papaya for a day afterwards to get your body used to eating food again. And so I started to do these things every 6 months. So I'm doing this thing, and during my 7-day juice fast, this, my friend that works there and teaches classes there, was telling me that there's this girl who I know, I'm not going to name her here, but because she's amazing, is coming in, and she's doing an ayahuasca journey for a small group of people right up the hill, the day after your juice cleanse. And always ayahuasca said, no. And for some reason, when she said it to me, or he said it to me, I was like, I need to do that. I'm like, what? I knew I needed to do it. So I was like, tell her, can I join? So I did. Now, mind you, my system is completely clean. My body is prepped. Like, I've only been eating papaya now for 2 days. And the first day we got together, and there was like, I think 12 people or something, and everyone's on a mat, and they've got a vomit bucket next to them. And she's in the middle, she's the shaman. And her story is insane. But this woman, just what a powerhouse this woman was to hold the space for what happens. And it's like an 8-hour journey. You start at night. It's through the night, okay? And it's like I'm a little nervous because I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, I've heard the stories, and some people have these amazing and some people have these terrifying, and I'm just like, oh, what's coming? But I just breathed through it. I drank it. It's a a plant that they mix together, and then there's you drink it. It's like a tea. And I sat there on my mat, and nothing. I was like, okay, this is interesting. And people are starting to sing, and she's singing the whole time. She's either drumming or singing and holding the space to kind of bring us through whatever. And I'm just sitting on my mat, and she said, basically, you're in your own world. Don't look around. Don't focus on anyone. You're in your own space. But then all of a sudden, this weird thing was just like, watch her. So I'm just watching her. I'm not really supposed to, but I'm watching the shaman, and then I start to see her transform into all of these different, like, as the raven, as the old man, as the, like, but all these, like, medicine type people, like, just these, seeing her, I was just watching her going, oh my God, this woman has been doing this for eons. Like, this is, because it's so natural for her. It was just like, she couldn't say no, like, she was born for it. And to watch her, and then I'm just sitting there, and people are like tripping balls. I'm just saying, and I'm just like do, even though I saw this beautiful thing. But then one thing hit me is that I started to get really nauseous, and they say you're gonna vomit. So I'm thinking I'm gonna vomit. Now, mind you, I threw up for 16 years. I was bulimic for 16 years, and so I'm sitting over my bucket for the next 7 hours. And it took everything I had not to force myself to throw up. Because that's what I wanted to do. Just fucking make it happen. Just make it happen. Just get it out. And I was in a battle with myself for like 7 hours. But nothing else. People were vomiting, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the night, she comes up to me and she's like, how was that? And I was just like, I saw some cool shit with you, but other than that, I just wanted to puke my brains out all night, but I didn't. She's like, well, okay. She goes, well, we've got one more journey tomorrow because you do 2 days. And it was funny, at the end of it, every single person came up to her and said, that was the most powerful journey I've ever been on. I can't do another night. So everyone was bailing out for night 2. Everyone's like, nope. And so I'm like, oh, good, I don't have to do this again. I was like, this wasn't fun. I'm nah. And I was like, cool, that's cool. And everyone's boned out. No one, and so I went up to her and I said, listen, that wasn't really much for me. The only thing I really got is that the medicine was kind of like, I just need to get into your body. But I don't mind, if you're tired, don't worry about it. You don't have to do it for me. And she's like, Misty, I wish that was the case. But the medicine is telling me that I have to do it with you alone. And I knew this because I never wanted to do it with other people. Ever. I was just going with the flow, but she's like, no. And she goes, some other weird stuff that's coming to me too is, number 2, we need to do it on the beach. And this, my connection with dancing on the beach, that was my medicine in Mexico. I would put my iPod on every day for hours and go and dance on the beach. Get high, go to the beach, and fly for hours and roll in the sand and swim in the ocean. And it was just like this, it was like the cherry on the top of my life. So she goes, I would never do this, but the medicine's telling me that you need to smoke marijuana too. She goes, I would never mix those two, ever. You don't mix them. But she's like, I'm told that I'm supposed to do this with you. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because that's been my medicine. So anyways, the next day comes. We're at this black sand beach in Costa Rica, all by ourselves. She builds a bonfire. Are you kidding me? The sun is setting in Costa Rica. Anyone that has seen a Costa Rica, I'm sorry about this, because I got to be comfortable. The sunsets in Costa Rica it's insane. So as the sun is setting, I'm drinking. And within 20 minutes, and what she told me was this, She's like, normally you sit on a mat all night long and do whatever, but it's not like it's a movement thing. You sit. And she goes, you have this whole beach. I just need to make sure I can see you at all times. Like, okay. Within 20 minutes, boom, I am catapulted into absolute ecstasy. And not like physical ecstasy, spiritual, mental, like I was just like, what the? And what I did before I took the medicine is I was like, I want to know what love is. And I want to understand more about my masculine and femininity. And then I also said this, do it in the most creative way. I love this. Blow my mind at how creative I am. Show me my creativity. Well, I will tell you what, honey. 8 hours of pure, creative, ecstatic. I had ripped my clothes off. I'm butt-ass naked. Black, soft powder sand. I'm rolling and and my body's moving and doing things. I was just like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm going with the flow. And then the ocean right there. Oh, and then the full moon sets. What? And the bioluminescence. This is the time of, I'm in the water with bioluminescence all over and I was like, I can't even put it into words. Like, it made me fall so deeply in love with myself at a level that I was like, I love my brain. Oh my God, I love my brain. So I love the way I love the way I think. Oh my God, my brain, the capability of what I have inside of me. Like, it revved me up. And another thing that was behind it is that I was always like, am I supposed to do something else in my life? Like, am I supposed to do something other than dance? Like I've been doing this all my life. Is there something else I'm supposed to be doing? But what I was told that night is, no, baby, you dance. Dance is not an ounce of nausea. Like, I went into, and then I could sit for a moment and go into my brain and go through like tunnels of just the most, I tell you what, for me, because I know that's not the case for a lot of people. I come out of it. The only thing I can do is like scream. So that as the sun is coming up and it's ending and I'm sitting by the fire with her and she's singing to me and I'm just like in my, all I could do was scream. Like, ah! Like it was. So that was my experience with ayahuasca. It reinforced the fact that, and this is like, you don't have to do ayahuasca to do this, to know this. This is my wisdom that I got to give to you right now. Is that trust the things that bring you joy. Trust them. Do them a lot. Fill your life with the things that bring you joy. Whatever it is. It might not be dance. For me, it's dance. Like, it doesn't have to be dance. But by the way, if you are interested in learning how to become more embodied and more into your life, more, because if you can get it into your body and fearlessly with your body, the authenticity, your creativity coming out through all areas of your life. I created the workshop. I told you guys, I promised I did. And I fucked up on the pricing because go to my link tree on my thing and look at the Groovin My Life workshop I'm doing on October 19th. I have a free download for you there where it's 5 questions just for you to ask yourself to get the process started. And if you're interested in, like, you're like, okay, I'm interested in where this is going and you want to join me for my workshop, I'm going to do a live online on Zoom 4 hours. We're going to groove together. I'm going to work with you on how to get into your body and enjoy being in your body. and be embodied. And then we're going to go through the blueprint of your life. What do you want your life to look like? What's the blueprint? And what does it look like to groove your life and be the boss bitch of your life? Not my way, your way. Okay? So if that turns you on and tweets your tweeter, go to my link tree, Groovin My Life, and just keep filling your life with the things that make you happy and the things that bring you joy. Trust them. They're not for nothing. And I think you'll be amazed when you honor your joy. You don't try to make yourself happy. Don't chase happiness. Take the action to fill your life with the things that actually authentically bring you genuine joy. That is happiness. So, that's my story of ayahuasca. I'm not saying everyone should do ayahuasca. I'm not. I did it the one time. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. Even though it was beyond the most beautiful experience of my life. Beyond. I think I just needed to have it. And see another deeper part of myself. And the magic that lives inside of me. But it doesn't just live in me, it lives in you. But it allowed me to see that in myself. So anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Share this with your friends, anyone that might be interested. I'm going to be home tomorrow. Oh, I'm so excited. I get to go back home to my warm. I'm got a cold. Fuck being in a city, man. Fuck that. So anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go have brunch with my master trainers. And I'll see you guys next Sunday, but from the jungle this time. I love you guys. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. I am Reske. Coco, I see you. Marla. Thanks, you guys. See you next week.